Welcome to Sad Boys, a podcast about feelings and other things also. I'm Jarvis.
I'm Jordan. Hello, I'm back. In this episode, choose your brown guy from online.
Your options are Jordan or today's guest, Taha
Hello.
Khan. Do you go by Taha Khan? Do you go by Taha? Do you go by Khan Stabi?
What if I right now was like,
You just bleep. I bleep it all.
No, yeah, I go by all of those things. Taha.
Dr. Smooth.
Taha, we go way back. I just realized, but you are currently representing Answer in Progress.
Yeah, I'm the delegate.
You're a hired gun.
Your PR manager. We
Yeah.
should mention there's a lot of people off screen monitoring the things you say.
Yes.
Very natural, yeah.
Yeah. 1/3 of Answer in Progress. That's what I do now, and maybe forever. But yeah,
It's in
don't know.
progress. We'll find out.
yeah. Hey.
Trouble in Paradise. Trouble in Progress. How long have you been doing that?
So
Because I've not seen you for almost a decade.
Well, can we just back up? So we met 1,000,000 years ago.
yeah.
And so we're going to piece together the history between...
Should we go from the beginning or from?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Christ is born.
Okay.
That was exactly the
The beginning, yeah.
Beginning of this chunk, I
The
guess.
beginning.
The sequel
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the previous bit.
So...
And then we met. Those
and
are
then
the
we
two
met. Those are
major
the two
events.
things.
Do you know he died?
It goes Christ born and then VidCon 2017.
Or VidCon 2017. That was the one.
I believe so, because VidCon 2017 was when I was there for work.
Yeah.
You were there for work.
I met you at a Patreon party.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And you were like getting people into the Patreon party because you were like the cool guy who was inviting people to the party.
I was the cool cat that was giving out too many of the party offers, but not really allowed to do that many, and then claimed that the little clipboard was wrong.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I was like allowed to be there, and so you probably let me in.
Oh, it's possible. Because
I think it was 21 and over. So
I do think it was 21 and over. I remember that being like a subplot.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like you were drinking or anything, but
No,
it was
I
more
don't
about
drink.
the like, worth noting, but statute of limitations, but also you weren't drinking.
yeah.
But I don't even know if you drink.
I don't drink. I
Yeah,
don't drink.
yeah. Okay, so, but it was more about the schmoozing. I mean, for me, it was like my first time at VidCon seeing like YouTube people. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like, it's Ant Green. He's right there.
It's my oomphy.
It's my oomphy. It's, oh my God, all my future oompies are here.
Yeah. A lot of VidCon is like about trying to get into the rooms that are exclusive, not because you really want to be in there, but because it's fun trying to get in.
Yeah, it does give you like a little quest.
Yeah.
Because what else is there to do?
Yeah.
It's like walk around in the hopes that you find one. Then the universal experience of someone coming up and being like, "Are you getting in the shuttle?"
Yeah, yeah.
You're like,
and you
"Oh,
go, yeah, no,
definitely."
yeah.
VidCon is
Taha,
in,
by the way.
Exactly.
VidCon's in dire straits.
It's maybe
Now?
you don't.
I actually don't know.
I mean,
it-
I went this year briefly
It was recently,
for one panel.
right?
It was recently,
Okay.
yeah. And it's just like the vibe. It's been acquired by a new company.
So it was John Hank Green,
Then Viacom.
Viacom, and now Viacom is
And
like,
then now it's some other company, and I don't remember that.
now it's Palantir.
Yeah, it's defense contractor Palantir. Do you know I have a history with them?
Really?
We can't talk about it on the show.
Just say we've got some equipment we want to show you a little bit later if you care to invest. 2017, I feel like, was still very much the Sweetie Green Brothers aesthetic and texture of VidCon.
I feel like it was the end of that, or
Yeah.
the beginning of the end of that era.
Yeah,
it was definitely. It was like prom. It was like, they were like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
I could definitely feel the corporate in it
Yeah.
at that point, because I think it was already acquired at that point, or it was about to be.
By some.
Yeah, it's either already or about to be. It's one
Yeah.
of those. Yeah, I don't remember.
But we were definitely, I felt, wrapped up in fandom a little bit.
Oh,
I
for
was just
sure.
like, oh my
I mean,
God.
I wasn't even really supposed to be there, but Patreon was like a small enough company that my team was working on this like mobile product, and we just asked really nicely, and somehow Sam Yam let us go.
Can we get on the shuttle? Kind of shit.
And it, like for market research or something, some bullshit. Because back in the early days of Patreon, the whole company went to VidCon, like in the first like year or two of the company, and it got big enough to the point where that wasn't happening anymore, and a lot of people wanted to go. So I feel like we benefited from some sort of favoritism because we had like a new product that everybody was excited about.
And I got to give like a vague, oh, what am I doing there? Oh, I'm going to probably networking. Probably got a network, you know, around.
Because you need to grow your
The
network.
issue, I think, is people being on it. The issue, I think, is that none of people know me. And so they're like, oh, well, I'd launch a Patreon, but who's the guy?
Patreon would be more successful if more people knew me personally.
If I was like Clippy when you're setting it up.
It looks like you're trying to set up. Yeah, you walk into frame on the website.
Dude, it's a living.
That's the guy.
Like in the lower third ads that they would do for like sitcoms on NBC, where it'd be like Home Improvement after this. Yeah, I remember.
VidCon is now owned by Informa, a British publishing business
whoa.
and intelligence company.
And oh my god!
Undo the high five.
That was actually the high five of denouncing defense.
An intelligence company. Why are we surveying? I see. Mr. Beast is an intelligence asset, and we don't know.
Dude, there's so much.
Okay, we know.
Yeah, there are so many stories, by the way, about like companies like Facebook buying up. This is a real story. Facebook bought a VPN, and then you know how VPNs these days make a big like to do about the fact that they don't store logs, or they don't like use them or whatever. Facebook bought some Israeli VPN company. This is not a joke, and took all of its traffic and analyzed it, and it's how they determined like how popular their competitors were. And so it was how they decided to, because with the VPN they could then tell session time for every other app that you were connecting to. And so you could build a profile and discover that Snapchat was becoming popular, and it was allegedly one of the leading reasons that they discovered Snapchat was going to be something like worth making an acquisition attempt toward.
And then
and Instagram.
And it is essentially the CIA.
It's
functioning exactly the same
And then
way.
they did the same thing to a period tracking app. This is not a joke.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Just like
I've also heard there was like a Muslim prayer time app that was bought by a company that was associated with intelligence, and everyone went, okay, well,
it seems a bit easy to do like agitprop CIA stuff where you just go like, I don't know, I'll buy somebody's laptop.
it's
like kill him.
we find out Coco Melon was spying on toddlers and trying to do the like thought crime thing of determining who would become a criminal based on how they react to the stimulus.
The Costco guys were like, every single one of those booms is installing some kind of like Winter Soldier code in my brain. When they hit the 1,000th boom, I reactivate and I hunt down.
Oh my god!
This is what Baby Shark really is.
Yeah, dude, it may as well be.
It is hypnotic.
Sometimes I do feel like it's that and like the Frozen songs, Finger Family, Elsa, Spider-Man, whatever. What was that about? Okay,
I'm gonna do a destabilize Haiti or something.
What I remember about you back in the day was you were very charismatic.
Oh, thank you.
It reminded me.
I was 19.
It reminded me. Yeah, well, you've lost a bit of the luster these days. It reminded me of Jordan in a way, like a young. Just because you're both very like.
He just can't tell the difference between brown British people.
Dude, look, you're preaching to the choir here because we
what
talk
are you,
about this.
other Patreon employees?
People mix us up at Patreon, despite the fact that we worked in different departments and we're not the same person or look at all.
Could be
similar.
anything. Could be
People mix up Sabrina and Melissa.
Okay.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know, I run a channel on some progress with two other people, Sabrina and Melissa.
that are indistinguishable.
Yeah. But there'll be comments like...
Well, I've never seen them in the same room. So.
That is true.
Never seen them on the same
There'll be comments like, oh, Melissa looks really different in this one. And you'll just be like, oh, that's just a different person.
That is very different.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And it's not like that's like, oh, you know, your other video is not like this one. It's like, hey, you know, this show that I really like with these three people.
The first order thought was they've been replaced.
People left that comment on like the Drew Gooden episode we just had. Jordan looks different, but like
The classic.
they know.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sounds like you've been owned.
Yeah, maybe I did get owned and I didn't
you may
realize.
have gone. Oh.
You may have been trolled by
I
the
thought it was
master.
racism, but actually I was getting
But
owned.
actually,
That's
I was
not
getting
real.
tired. That's like, this is the future the right wants.
Racism isn't real. It's kidding.
Okay, so
But you were a young man.
Post
when we met
VidCon.
you. Nice.
Well, no, but we have to. Okay, so VidCon happens.
Yes.
I'm in the exclusive room with the big Patreon logo.
true.
that was there.
Post rebrand.
I'm stood there, arms to my side, too nervous.
Yeah. And we have a conversation. I don't know if you remember this.
I don't
Probably
know
not.
if I remember this.
Where you go like, hey, I'm Jarvis, like I work at Patreon, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, like I love Patreon, like, and you go, I don't care.
He was on the phone. So I was talking to someone
You were
else.
basically like, look, you don't have to pretend to like Patreon. Like it's fine. Like I'm just here because I like YouTube.
Yeah, I also snuck in. Like I just snuck in from the corporate angle.
I'm here to check your ID.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was this thing where I was like, yeah, man, like Patreon, like, you know, I've always thought about like having a Patreon, like, because I was like, I had like 10,000 subscribers. And you were like, don't worry about it. Like I'm not trying to sell you Patreon right now.
That's so funny.
And you were like, you know, I'm actually like, I'm really inspired by VidCon and I'm thinking about, you know, starting YouTube. And I went, oh, I'll subscribe to you. And I pulled out my phone and you told me what your channel was, and it had that one dance video on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
He remembers.
First hit, first bang.
And I subscribed. And I can't remember how many subscribers you had, but it was
probably in the hundreds.
It was in the hundreds.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
Hundreds of millions.
Yeah. So yeah, you're like, oh, I'm so inspired. I'm like, yeah, man, like you should like do it. Like I was kind of like, I'm not one to give like an inspirational speech as a guy with like 10,000 subscribers, not like hasn't made it, like still in school. But I was like, yeah, man, like do it.
So on June 25th, 2017, I tweeted Taha and dude, this is such a throwback because my display name at that time was Jarvis symbol VidCon.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
And then
classic.
and Taha's was TahaCon at VidCon.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And I said,
We were networking.
yo, dude, this is networking is happening right
a couple
here.
months
I
later,
go,
it'll be a Halloween pun.
yo, dude, super chill meeting you this weekend. and then you said, it was great meeting you too, man. Hit me up next time you're in London.
And this is
And
the
look
next
at us
time.
now. It was the next time I was in London.
That is
Because the last
crazy.
time I was in London before that was 2013. So 2014.
Wow.
We were actually going to turn up at yours and be like, you promised.
You promised.
to let me stay.
And
yes.
you handed me your Patreon
Business card?
business card.
I remember those. I have them
I
somewhere
have
still.
so many left over.
And I put it in my wallet, and I have the same wallet, and I never take anything out of that wallet.
How?
And before I came here, I checked, and I still have it.
That's crazy.
go.
Let me show you.
What?
You should frame it.
Because I basically have nothing in my wallet.
Okay, show
and no
your,
one ever hands me things.
Show your debit card number.
Oh. So here it is.
Whoa.
Patreon.
Well, that was a
Survived.
rare one. That's a
Surprising.
rare
Jarvis
back.
Johnson.
Old logo.
Engineering.
Engineering. Wow, look at that.
Damn.
Jarvis at Patreon. That redirects to HR now.
Dude, before you got fired, I mean, that's like crazy.
Hey, we don't talk about the incident.
We got fired for being too sexy.
Wow.
That
Flashback.
is that's very flattering.
What happened after that? So I've kept up with you, but
Yes. So in my memory, and I don't know if this is true or not, but in my memory, it's like we meet again a year later at Patreon party again, and you're like, hey man, like I started doing YouTube. I have like 100,000 subscribers, and I'm like, that's crazy. Like,
And you're like, didn't ask.
that's how I open with people. That might have happened. I'm trying to remember because I was a feature creator in 2019.
19. I remember there was 2 years since meeting, and then you were like
Yeah.
the guy.
Who knows?
I'm wondering which Patreon party that was.
But the
were
Patreon
all-
parties got worse. Definitely. I think that first one was the best one.
That popped off. That was the one where I also maybe potentially illegally got Eddie into the party.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Maybe that was the next one. You know how it is.
Illegally, because
I like to see
VidCon
one
has
crime.
laws.
It's
One
lost.
crime per party.
There's so much VidCon related nonsense. I remember it feels like a fever dream. I remember Jake Paul proposing to Hannah Mojo via poem. And then also he was banned from VidCon at the time.
Was it Logan?
Yes.
And
that
he
tried-
is still banned technically,
like,
but they
ran
let him into the hotel lobby.
into a fountain. I
Yeah,
remember
was that
this.
VidCon or playlist?
No, that was Logan Paul at VidCon.
Logan
I
Paul
remember
got
that.
banned from VidCon. He took his like vlogging setup into like the area that's all fans. And then they all like it was a huge like
I went to TanaCon.
oh yeah, I remember this.
Yeah.
I actually tell a story about you, but I will let you tell your story.
Okay.
But-
This is the one where all the kids had like sunstroke and
Yes.
like lining up for it.
So I go to TanaCon and I'm like, it was one of these days at VidCon where a couple of us decided to like wear like traditional like like ethnic clothing to VidCon just for fun. So I was wearing like Shawar Kameez, like Pakistani dress. And that was the day that like TanaCon was happening.
I was in the Black Panther outfit. I was in a Black Panther uniform.
Everyone's like,
you couldn't. I had the mask on.
Yeah, the movie hadn't come out yet. They were like, "Who are you again?"
Like Bombay.
So I go to TanaCon with my featured creator pass from VidCon.
Yeah.
And TanaCon is being shut down actively at this time.
Well, I mean, for those who don't know, it was reactive, right? Like she got banned or something.
Yeah.
And then
There was like
day,
beef between Tana and it was previous to.
It was like a year before.
It was like a year of build up or something.
Yeah.
The previous Patreon. The previous VidCon, and then she did her own thing at like a parallel hotel or something.
Yeah. So I was like, let's just go check it out. I walk up, and obviously there's security everywhere. This guy approaches me and goes, "Sorry, like it's shut. No one can come in. Like even if you have a ticket, you're not allowed in." And I go, "Oh, I'm a featured creator," and I show him my VidCon featured creator pass, and he goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Should I take you to the green room?" And I go, "Yeah." So he walks me through the like absolute like carnage that is TanaCon post it being shut down. There's a bunch of vendors like just standing around like packing up or whatever.
Up.
And again, like I'm like 19, like I'm like, well, I'm here now. Like let's continue to see how far this goes.
I'm invincible. I'll never die.
Yeah, I start realizing that some of the vendors, like more than I would expect, are also like Pakistani. So, and they see me in my Pakistani clothes as a featured creator, and they go, "Oh wow, you're like a famous YouTube guy." And I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Yeah, man." Like they start talking to me. And,
You can't break character at that point.
Yeah, I'm, like, I'm just in it.
You start doing an accent.
Yeah, so they start like talking to me and stuff, and anyway, I make it to the green room where there is like, I assume are like some of Tana's friends, like quite miserably just sitting on some sofas, like on their phones.
It's
like,
better being inside than outside because it was like scorching hot,
Yes,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Outside.
That was the thing I remember is that so many people having
There's
to go
no
home.
like covering for the
It
people
was a long
online.
line.
Yeah.
And it was like 85 or something.
Yeah, so I sit there for like maybe 5 minutes, but like as I'm sitting there, like it's just me and like maybe 4 other people. And I realized that like they don't really know who I am, and like at some point they might ask me, and I'm like, I really don't want to be asked by someone who actually is supposed to be there. So I decide to go live on Instagram. Because I was like
a renegade.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what to do.
You're like a little shit starter.
Yeah.
Like you've been pulled over drunk driving?
Yeah.
Am I being detained?
So I'm like, I'm going to go live on Instagram. For context, my Instagram had like less than 1,000 followers at this point. And I'm just going to walk around TanaCon and just record it. And I was like, I didn't have any like storage on my phone, but I assumed like once it goes live, it stores.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around TanaCon just like whatever my friends, literally my friends are saying like, oh, let's go here. And like, I'm like, yeah, okay, let's do that. So I'm walking around, some of the like Pakistani vendors start talking to me, and I'm just asking them questions like, oh, like, how was it? And I was like, yeah, it was pretty busy. Like, we didn't really know like what was going to happen. It was pretty short notice. And I was like, oh, so like, you're going to get like, you know, you're going to come for the next day? Cause I think it was supposed to be more than one day.
Right.
And they were like, no, like I was only hired for today. So like, to me, they were kind of like, yeah, we're wrapping up now. I guess it's like over.
These vendors, what, are they selling TanaCon merch, or they are independently just there?
I don't actually remember. Like it was so, but like they were people who were just hired to like run stalls or something. Maybe I don't know. Or they could have been hotel staff. I have no idea. Their perspective on it was not that like it was like a complete disaster. Their perspective was like, oh, it was a kind of busy event.
And now it's gone.
And now it's gone, and like it was kind of disorganized or whatever. Yeah. Okay. But one guy was like, yeah, you know, I have I have boxes and boxes of these TanaCon passes. And I went, can I have some? And he goes, you can take the whole box. And I was like, okay, well, I got to fly back to the UK. So I take like a handful, like a stack of them. And somewhere in my house, I have a stack of TanaCon badges.
Dude, we should go back.
If you want to feel your best this summer, there is no better time to get Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for clean eating. Green Chef makes it easy to spend less time in the kitchen and more time enjoying summer. With their new Heat and Eat meals, enjoy a delicious, wholesome meal ready in just 3 minutes. Green Chef features fresh, organic, seasonal produce and responsibly sourced proteins to help you feel your best and support your wellness journey. Enjoy salads ready in just 5 minutes, protein-filled breakfast, or nutrient-rich smoothies to fuel your day. Green Chef is ready to nurture your nutritional needs. Green Chef has 80 plus dietitian approved meal options every single week, with options ranging from Mediterranean, gluten-free, plant-based, protein-heavy, and even calorie-smart options. Green Chef makes it easy to find meals that fit your lifestyle. And with week-to-week flexibility, you can adjust your plan to match your mood and your schedule. I know I personally have a busy summer ahead of me, so I'm excited to keep things clean and easy with Green Chef. If you're ready to make this summer your healthiest yet with Green Chef, head on over to greenchef.com/50sadboys and use code 50sadboys at checkout to get 50% off your first month and then 20% off for 2 months after that with free shipping. That's code 50sadboys at greenchef.com/50sadboys. Thanks to Green Chef for sponsoring this episode.
My house, I have a stack of TanaCon badges.
Dude, we should go back.
That I Sharpied. So the next day I went to VidCon and I Sharpied the Tana, so it's T-A-N-A, and I Sharpied the N so that there was a longer like stalk.
Stem.
So it looks like TahaCon. And I just started asking people, because it was the talk of VidCon, like, oh my God, TanaCon. I just started asking people, like, would you like to go to TahaCon? And then if they said yes, I would hand them a TahaCon
awesome.
badge and then just walk away.
You're trying to get them to get sunstroke?
I remember seeing those badges and I was like, how did you get these? And that's the story that like I tell about you, is you somehow went and came back with TanaCon badges.
This is the
and
same...
I remember sharpening it for TahaCon.
That's the way that like Indiana Jones lives. You like hear a rumor, you find an old temple, you do a puzzle, then you're like, perfectly
weird.
swap the weight of something.
Right.
Professor
you got
Jones,
like a
why do
special
you...
ending of like video game.
Yeah, I am
Why do you have all
like
this treasure?
yeah. This is like a running theme in my life generally, is that I will end up in like situations like Forrest Gump, where I'm like, oh, I was just there.
Well, speaking of that, I feel like after that, the next era of Taha I know about is like you were like touring with Cavetown.
Yes.
And I saw you, like I went to a
San
Cavetown
Francisco
show in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw you there.
Yeah, so yeah, that was my post Can't Stop Me era, which is like a comedy vlog, like kind of what you guys do now, but in 2017.
Can't stop me.
Can't Stop Me, exactly. Yeah. It's really annoying because the Americans, like the way they say it, they say it.
Taha can.
Yeah, it's like say it.
Con.
Oh no, but say it like an American would. Because they say it like. It's almost like can't stop me.
So it sounds like if I were to say the word can't.
Yeah. So like in a British accent, it's like can't stop me, like you can't. And then in an American accent, it's like you can stop me.
Oh,
it's like
can't.
Somebody stop me, please.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So the pun really didn't translate the way that it needed to.
That's funny.
But this is the first step in changing hearts and minds.
Exactly.
Language is fluid, but it starts with ground roots.
Yeah.
And that's what your PR people brought you here today for.
Exactly. I'm on a tour of trying to rebrand.
Right. You're doing every morning show, every podcast.
I think you don't do anymore.
Yeah. So I've got to, make sure that first era is
right.
The legacy is secured. So that was my like comedy era. Then I started touring with Cavetown. I was sort of I didn't really have like a name for what I did, but basically I went to school with him, and he put out Cavetown is a musician, for those who don't know.
Yeah, shout out. Shout out Robbie,
who will be watching this because he does watch Sad Boys.
Dude, bummer.
Can confirm.
Dude, that's so sad. I'm so sad for
respect. No, we're Cavetown fans in this house.
Yeah,
Cavetown fans, but I feel bad that
why?
you're a fan of this. That's like,
there's somebody furiously writing a comment where they're like, the most unexpected crossover ever.
That was not on my bingo card for 2025.
So this is like I started making some music videos with him, and then when his career started going crazy, it was sort of like, do you want to just come and continue making music videos and do some tour diaries and social content, whatever? I was like, I was just his guy.
And I remember checking in with you, and you were also at some point, I don't know if it was before this or after, you had started going back to school.
Yeah. So when I started working with Cavetown, it was actually after my second year of university. I was listening to Lemon Boy, the album, which hadn't come out yet, and I got obsessed with one of the songs. And then I went back to the UK from Canada because I was doing a year abroad. And I like pitched him on the idea and said, I really want to make this music video. And then in the summer, I made that music video. The album came out. The album did really well. Then the music video came out. The music video did really well. And then it was like a decision of whether or not I go back to school or just like continue doing the craziness that was Cavetown in that sort of like 2018 era. And I decided to do that instead by logging out of my university email and then forgetting about it.
They got hidden in plain sight.
Yeah. So then I did that for a year.
That is, how old are you at that point? It's 20?
Yeah, I'm like 20, 21.
That's like before the frontal cortex is developed.
Yeah.
Is when you're a shinobi.
Yeah.
You cannot be caught. It's like, nice try getting in trouble. I'm somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the craziest part of all of that was I got a email on my like personal email, because I guess they have that on file.
Fuck.
To be like,
Damn it.
to be like, because when I left university after my second year, I actually didn't do my exams. I just flew back and said, hey, do you want to make this music video? And Robin was like, yeah. And I went, cool. And then I forgot about uni and I just did that. And so I got an email being like, hey, by the way, like, so I guess if you don't show up for your exams, they just auto-enroll you into 1 year retakes. And I got an email being like, hey, your retakes are like in 2 days. And I'm in LA, like actively on tour with.
That's so funny.
And I was like, hey guys, I have to go sit an economics exam. So that was like my like 1.5 year of Cavetown touring, where I met you again in San Francisco, which was also very funny because I remember you telling me like, yeah, I got a tweet saying like, hey, are you going to be at the Cavetown show? Like, someone was like, oh yeah, Jarvis lives in San Francisco and I like Cavetown. Oh. And you were like, yeah, why did they tweet me? Then also I am here. So
yeah, I feel like we get those now randomly. Like, I'm in London, I'll post my Instagram story and someone's like, are you going to do a meet and greet? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
With all due respect. You know what I mean?
I do want to say my greatest regret is while I was in Dublin, someone sent me a DM and said that I should go into the Doc Martens store and I would get the friends and family discount.
No, and you didn't do it?
Honestly, mate, I really could have done with some new boots. I didn't bring any with me.
That is
huge regret.
You need to go back.
Thank you for the work you almost did for me.
You need a transferable token. Like,
yeah, can I do it? Can you come over here?
Yeah.
I do. There is a funny thing that happens. I don't know if you get this, where you like you're living your life, and then after leaving a place, you get a DM from someone that's like,
yeah,
hey, I didn't want to bother you. Hope you had a good time at the card shop.
I did get I thought that might have been you. I'm like, hey, I gotta go, man.
Our viewers at Answer in Progress want to end the interaction with us faster than we do. Like, they'll come up to us and go, are you Taha from Answer in Progress? And I'll be like, yeah, like, you know, like, what's your name? Like, whatever. But as soon as I go, yeah, they go, oh, okay, cool. And then they just walk away. And you go, oh, all right, great.
They go,
Yeah. They just wanted confirmation.
We got that yesterday. We were at the mall, and the singular American guy at the Westfield Mall in London was just like, hey there, big fan. Ta-da. You know, like, okay, partner. Yeah. We were like on an escalator going down. There was nothing to be done.
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I feel like when I was in, especially my kind of early 20s, and I was still in the kind of university hangover period where you're like, well, okay, well, now I'm all done, but your mind isn't. Like the way you operate and the anxiety you have about, like, have I forgotten a class? Like, blah, blah, blah. I remember thinking, wow, I'm grown up, I guess. Time to be a real man. Get to the Patreon office. People have kids. Right? Oh, I'm a child. I'm a baby. I shouldn't be paying taxes. You should feed me. I need milk.
Yeah.
Now I think at that age I imagined 31 and then like when I meet you or I'd meet anybody else in the thing, it's like it's crazy that we are going to exist for that much longer.
Yeah.
And now being here, completely different country, completely different circumstances, doing a all new different thing.
Yeah.
It does feel like time travel a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I remember that at VidCon.
Yeah.
And I remember right now.
And I don't remember like becoming this guy.
Nothing in between at all.
Yeah.
It's like waking up with a new haircut.
Yeah.
Like, I must have got one.
You said that as if that was a relatable experience.
That happens to all of us. You wake up.
Waking up with a new haircut, coke on your nose, 3-day bender, somebody else's car.
You're wearing a Black Panther costume.
Oh, one thing about the San Francisco show that you came to, the Cavetown one, maybe 6 months later, or maybe a year later, I'm hanging out with Robbie and he randomly is like, no, Lord Scheme, blah, 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 blah.
Nice.
And I like snap onto him immediately. Like I'm an NPC. Just,
Someone is losing, like, there's a one person who's losing their mind about that because that's like a very old.
Yeah.
like,
It was not on that
meme
2025
song I
Vigo
made.
code.
no, yeah. And then my like AOE has been activated. I like snap onto him like that's a Jarvis Johnson thing.
That's so funny.
And then he's like, yeah, do you know like, have you heard of Jarvis Johnson, the YouTuber? And I was like,
I just know the song.
I was like, he was at your show.
Oh, right.
But he didn't know who you were at that time. So then I had to like, because I also didn't have any photos of us from that.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to convince him that you were there.
That's very funny.
And he just didn't believe.
That's awesome.
That's
so
really
can
funny.
confirm today.
Yeah.
Are you a notorious liar? Why wouldn't he believe that?
Well, you are. Yeah.
This was not an open forum.
Okay, I see.
First of all, they taught me in the Navy SEALs that you're not supposed to ask questions like that. As a tier 1 operator, when I took care of Osama bin Laden.
You took care of him.
I took care of him.
You put a pillow under his head. You were taking care of him.
I was like, oh, wait. Sorry, I didn't read the subtext of that. Take care. My bad. I made him soup.
Yeah, that was a big miss. This is why we need tone tags.
Yeah, I actually was in
The Navy SEALs
/S.
developed tone tags because their key asset was taking care of us for many years.
So between Answer in Progress and like post touring,
Yeah.
what was the length of that gap?
So the length of the gap was the length of me trying to finish up my university degree.
Okay.
Oh, this special economics year, the exams and the like.
So I did a very weird thing with my university that's not very important, other than I did 1 year in the UK, then I did a year abroad, which never happens. You're supposed to do your year abroad in your third year, which for some reason I did in my second. Then I took a year out, which they classified as a year in industry to just save face for me,
Right.
rather than like, oh yeah, I just logged out of my email and ignored you for a year and then
Right.
like nothing happened to me.
That's cool. That's like falling off the skateboard and being like, that was a new trick.
Exactly.
You don't even know about that shit.
And then I meant to do that.
And then I came back just before the pandemic. So I got really lucky because even if I had stayed touring, like touring would have finished and then I would have had nothing to do.
Right.
So then I did 2 years in the pandemic of university. But actually, when I came back for university, I immediately started on some progress with Sabrina and Melissa. The idea happened in the sort of like the summer-ish of 2019. And then we agreed and decided to do it in like October of 2019. And the idea was we were going to ask questions that we're curious about in the world, wherever it was. And because I was in the UK and they were in North America, like they could be questions about places. And then one of us could go explore that place.
We were in Europe at the time.
Yeah,
You had
exactly.
freedom of movement.
Exactly.
The European Union.
EasyJet flights are like very, Jet2 flights.
Jet2. Jet2 Holiday, EasyJet.
Ryanair, if you want to maybe fall out of the plane.
Yeah, it's Ryanair if you want to hold on to the wing.
Yeah.
That was like, because I studied abroad in Spain.
Okay.
And so I did a lot of these, as a poor college student, did a lot of these budget airlines.
It's crazy that Ryanair is able to fly without engines.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They launch
It's just
it's a
Ryanair.
Hand crank.
There's an orphan in the bottom running on a hamster wheel as fast as he can.
The CEO of Ryanair, I think he's failed this mission, but I think multiple years in a row he said that he wants to do like transcontinental flights for like under $100 or something like that.
They also have said they want to do standing seats.
Yes.
And these are the people who charge you like $75 if you don't print your ticket out at home.
Yeah.
Also, I can
At
want
least
to
they
do a
did.
lot.
That was the whole thing. I don't know if that's
I can
still
want to
happening.
teleport.
I want to defend the Ryanair CEO
He's doing it.
for full disclosure. I have no idea what else he's done in his life. I don't want to be held responsible for anything he's done. But I watched an interview of him explaining the like standing seats, and he was like, because he's Irish, he was like this is again all sales from him. So
The voice.
he was like, the only thing he wants is standing seats from like London to Ireland. Which is
Okay.
quite, I was like, that's kind of reasonable.
Holding that, like being on the tube and holding the little strap.
Yeah. I was like, there's no way that's safe. But like, as a broke college student, if it's like,
would
yeah,
still.
£5 to go, I'm like,
I mean, yeah.
If I was flying to the US, I would have taken a 13-hour standing flight, for the right price. But still business class.
yeah, it's a premium place to stand.
Yeah, there we go.
Trying to drink my Mai Tai. Dude, what a journey.
Thinking
What a
about
journey.
life.
Final year.
Hey, look at us.
Look at, and wow. And this is our final, did you say this is our final year?
December 9th.
What, Why are you saying that date?
It'll be quite the day, huh?
What? Okay.
And we're both on board with it. Unless you're the show.
What?
Do you want the podcast? Let's just say we won't be around.
You started by implying something, and now you're just overtly saying it.
Let's just say that we're going to die.
Okay.
Catch my
I would not. I do. I'm catching it. I am catching it. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Before we move into some of our fun topics, I wanted to tell you and everyone else that 2 nights ago, was it, that we opened these cards?
Oh, yeah,
Two nights ago, we purchased, or I purchased this. This is a booster box of 1990 Desert Storm Pro Set.
You don't have any?
No, I don't. Unfortunately, I'm not a true patriot.
Yeah, well, this is what we've been practicing since Jordan's, trying to become a citizen and all that.
Yeah, I'm checking
This
in.
is part of the.
This is part of it.
citizenship.
Yeah, he's got to take a test. So,
The key part of naturalization.
Bringing the cards.
We did open
America.
We did open some of these on our Patreon, patreon.com/sadboyz. You can check that out. But yeah, so now it's just a bunch of.
Is this the UN flag?
Oh, you betcha. You'll never guess some of the cards that are in here.
Now, I want you for a second to kind of imagine what possible. First of all, they have the sharpness and angle of a business card for some reason. But I want you to imagine what the format of what is in these. You know what I mean?
So they're just trading cards.
Oh, yeah, only for collecting. No game at play.
No.
War is no game.
There's
Taha.
collectible cards. They claim to be educational.
Okay. So
I
this
would
is
say they're
this
propaganda.
is. Yeah, I was gonna say this is propaganda.
They educate you in a way.
Okay. So like
Take a gander.
Margaret Thatcher.
Taha,
Margaret Hilda Thatcher. Oh, hey, listen, that's educational. I did not know.
education. See that?
Oh no!
What do you mean?
I don't like this.
Hey, have some respect for that ghoul.
Oh my god, she looks like Emperor Palpatine in this photo. That is crazy. I don't know if that is the most Palpatine I've seen Margaret Thatcher look.
The Iron Lady is way scarier
Yeah.
than the Emperor.
John Major. Okay. Listen.
We got the squad, the Avengers.
This. I don't want to defend John Major in any way, but these glasses are cool.
It's one of the most flattering
I've
photos I've
always
ever
said
seen.
that.
He looks like Stephen King. I mean,
Richard R. Cheney.
This was the most exciting one because Tricky Dick has his famous smug little smile.
yeah.
He's doing like a
It's like,
DreamWorks smirk.
Let me tell you about waterboarding.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
me.
Oh my god.
In addition to
These are actually I kind of like these because they're like,
these are the best ones. I'll show you some of the worst ones.
okay, because these are like prime war on terror propaganda.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
It does feel nice
Gorbachev.
sometimes to live in a world, to remember a world that was so irony-free that you
yeah,
were
yeah.
literally able to give a child a piece of cardboard and then go like, oh, army good.
Yeah, army good.
Army good, bomb good.
Yeah, Saddam Hussein. Here's a Saddam
Scary.
Hussein one. Scary.
Iron Lady, sexy.
Yeah.
There he is.
George Herbert Walker Bush. Wait, is this the
Daddy.
old one?
That's the
That's the
dad.
old one.
That's Papa. It is pretty surreal because this is 2000, 2001. Oh,
This is
big
no,
2001.
this is 1990.
This
Oh, it
is
was made-
pre
oh.
2001.
I thought it was done preempt. Oh, sorry, way after the fact.
These cards are from 1990 to 1991.
I thought it was made
wow. Yeah.
historically.
So this is pre-war on terror.
So yes, so that's why I think it's interesting as like a snapshot for
Yeah.
like how governments like massage
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
perceptions of like
Even
you know
this
like the
one-
Middle East, right?
Yeah.
Like
There
like
is-
manufacturing consent and things like
Yeah.
that.
Taha, I want you to guess what the early 90s interpretation of the concept of peace is represented by visually.
Oh, okay. I think it's just going to be the American flag.
Really good guess, but no, does feature in some other
Okay.
cards of similar
Okay.
content.
Peace.
I think there's an American one called like swag or something.
That's early for swag. This is peace. Oh no, this is Islam. Just it's vertical. No, horizontal.
Yeah, they.
Yeah, that's pretty
Oh
inconsistent.
yeah. By the way, the flag was used up on Pledge of Allegiance card.
This is kind of a nice photo.
Yeah.
it's
What
not
does it
pleasant.
say? It's also got the UN logo.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe they didn't know.
What do they say? I haven't read the back of that one.
Oh, this is so good. Okay, so they've spelt Muslims. Moslems. Muslims.
Well, it's said like George Bush would say it.
I now understand why people say this because it's in the Desert Storm educational collectible cards.
Well, you see, we've
Was
got some
this like an
Muslimic-style
old-
individuals in a kinetic situation.
Was this like an old school
No,
term?
no Muslims. No one says Muslims.
Partner.
It's like spelled so wrong that it's not simply a typo. You know what I mean?
No,
Do they
it's like
mean
It's like
Martians?
intentionally wrong.
I love this. Like I love it because it's so.
It's blatant.
You know, it's like it's pretty. It's pretty neutral.
What are its stats in the bottom left corner?
Oh, followers 900 mil.
Nice.
Yo, Mr. Beast is creeping up on your
The new prophet. It's got an attribution to the OG.
Yeah, founder Muhammad.
Big ups.
Shout out.
Big ups to the massive.
Sacred. I love the like. I'm not gonna do like Islam fact checking on here, but it's like founder Muhammad. Okay, I don't know if the Muslims would agree with that. And then it's like sacred text Quran spelt like that, said like that, and then Hadith, which is not a text at all, that's like a word that refers to the way the prophet lived.
I don't know
So-
who would know more. This is an
Yeah.
intelligence file.
Yeah, this is an intelligence file,
And you,
I can see
the
why.
entire UN made this. And you think you're in the right?
Yeah, it sounds like you should learn something about journalism.
What's the image for journalism again?
What is the image? Oh, it's a printing press.
Shout out Johann Gutenberg.
He's there to throw out the bird.
I mark your bingo cards for Jarvis mentions that Johann Gutenberg founded the printing press in 19. Ooh, every time I mix it up. It's not 19. There's 14. 14. I said 19. I meant 14. 1462.
Let's have a look.
I'm quite surprised at how neutrally they've described Islam.
That's the thing about the Palestinians card.
Yeah.
Is it talks about it as like a diaspora, but with very little
1440 might be.
Yeah.
You could read it like the way somebody would describe it if they were very unfamiliar with the situation,
Yeah.
but weren't American.
Yeah.
None of the traditional American propaganda is in there in the way it is now,
Well, maybe-
which is crazy. It's way worse now.
I think this is literally like, okay, they right now they're like the vibes of America good, military good are here, but they haven't focused in on the war on terror yet.
No.
So they are
branding
like,
is-
oh, we got to change this card
the branding's
specifically.
floating, you know?
This lays the groundwork that leads up to 2001. Like, I think
What happened?
none of your business.
Okay.
I think Desert Storm, it was essentially like George W. Bush's dad did something but didn't quite do the imperialism that everyone wanted. So then George W. Bush was like, let's finish the job.
Well,
You know what I mean?
the W got to do it like in a reactionary way,
Yes.
as opposed to the kind of
But that's why
creeping
everyone says
colonialism of
There's that
daddy.
conspiracy theory that Bush did 9/11 because it's like too perfect.
It's like how convenient.
how
that-
convenient.
that
that
This is
the
an
groundwork
American
was
lose
laid.
situation.
Yeah.
Now, me personally, as somebody in my position, if there's one thing I like, it's not conspiracy theories, and it is respecting the flag as I must.
Oh yes, absolutely.
As the thing
I'm
goes.
sorry
Yeah,
for
let's
that.
reiterate how much Jordan loves America.
And the troops. And I
He
used
even
to be
has a
one.
Jordan card in here. Now it is of the country.
It's me kissing a painting of Dick Cheney.
Yeah. Here's where we'll end on this.
Pakistan, my home country. Let's have. Oh, I love this. They've went full government name, Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Hell yeah.
They're doxing it.
Yeah.
The address is on here.
Ooh. There is disputed territory. I don't know who this is in favor of, but I think that everyone in the region would be upset by these borders.
Oh yeah,
That's challenging.
there's the only time there's not a territorial dispute is the Greenland one.
And Iceland
Or
lives in a
Iceland.
beautiful-
Iceland, where they zoomed in. It's only water. It's like Iceland.
It could be any
It
size.
could be anywhere or any size.
Any planet.
So in the journalism one, they actually mention Operation Desert Storm. So I guess this is actually, it's like they're focusing on propaganda around Desert Storm.
Imagine creating a collectible card set about a military
Is
operation.
there a like an Iraq War one?
I don't know what became of ProSet.
Okay.
Because this
But-
must have made billions. So, you know.
Yeah.
I do think that this company may not have continued for very much longer, but we did find that an even more reputable card company, Topps, which is like Topps has made Pokemon. They made Pokemon cards, like the square ones that are like this. This is the square edged card.
The throat slicing.
That is a collectible card. Like, and Topps is one of the largest like umbrella companies that makes
Baseball
every
cards?
IP. Baseball as well, yeah. But there is a Topps set that is like a September 11th memorial thing where it's a similar vibe. And we did look. I found a sealed box of it on eBay, and it was just over my meme budget what I was willing to pay. But there is a Osama bin Laden card in there that is like suspected leader, because it's 2001 that they printed it. Yeah,
it's him doing the Dick Cheney DreamWorks smile.
But it's really interesting. I think that to talk about some actual educational stuff, I think there is value in looking at old history books, looking at just like how things are codified and how they're presented in a snapshot in time, and then seeing how narratives are warped and changed,
and how like we look at this and we're like, this can't have been effective.
Yeah.
But we're looking at it from a baseline of cynicism. At no point in my life do I feel like I was operating from, okay, America epic, I mean, good.
Yeah.
It was always...
No, but you always think that America is epic.
No,
so
sorry. When I was stupid...
I want to say something about this.
Oh, yes.
Which is, the thing that I was immediately interested by is who they put as the head of government. Because one thing about Pakistan, which I find very funny, is that they have never actually had like a head of state, like prime minister, finish their term. Like it's such it's like divorced, beheaded, died, like situation where it's like either the military coups the government and then the general gets in charge, or they get like assassinated, or they die, or
they retire preemptively for no particular reason.
It's like this is the most immediately out of date thing you could put on a card, and even on here they say interim prime minister, because they're just like something.
Fifth consecutive interim.
Imagine they were just gained power and they put interim just as a hedge.
Wait, why'd you put that?
One thing I found really interesting about this, that I think, like what you said about this being like a snapshot in history. There's this guy on Twitter that I used to follow. I don't know what happened to him. I'm sure I still follow him. Who's sort of obsessed with the idea that we currently live in like a new dark age of information, in the sense that like we have these things that are printed and physical, so we know what happened. But like now the internet is like a live place, and the archive only exists on the Internet Archive.
Right.
And even then it's like...
And it's like under threat, I feel like, at times, because it's like not like a... I don't remember exactly how the Internet Archive is funded, but I don't feel like it's on like extremely stable foundation.
Yeah.
And it's way too broad a set of information to live like survive orally in a way that even this maybe could. It's like, did you know about these trading cards? It would be eliminated if we didn't actually.
So what you're saying is we should print the internet out every few weeks.
100% agree. Yeah.
Write it in calligraphy.
And it's like the videos on Internet Archive videos is like way less archived than the text. And it's like we might just be in a place where in like 50 years people have no idea what the culture was.
You know what? That makes me think about, well, I talk a lot about lost media just in my personal life because it's fascinating to me. But it's weird because I don't want to like pat $1 billion corporation on the back, but it is very fascinating that YouTube has never removed video.
Yeah.
You know what? Like obviously they've taken things down for various reasons, but like it's kind of interesting that you can just like Twitch, for example, you know, they're like
30 days.
We can't afford this shit. Like, what do you mean? Like YouTube burned so much money. So the reason that they needed to get acquired was because like they had users but had unsustainable expenses. Yeah. Now it's like if it was spun out into its own company, it would be one of the largest companies in the world. And so that's why I'm like, I don't want to pat them on the back, but it is very interesting that like they haven't had to get rid of anything. And I imagine that day would have to come at some point. I could be wrong, but
unless they can like expand on the technology faster than the gigabytes.
Even Google accounts. If you like, I got an email that like a Google account of mine was going to be deleted because I hadn't logged into it in a few years. Yeah, because it was like I made it as a gag or something, and I'm like
Google Plus,
and I'm like that takes up less space than frickin' me at the zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a banger.
I wonder if there is a threshold that we are just not aware of. Like if it gets less than 10 views and they don't log in 10 years, it gets deleted and we've just never heard about it.
It's possible, but I do think that you can, because there are people who go searching for like no view videos.
Yeah, and you can find them.
And you can find like really old ones. But I don't know.
I think that's such an interesting idea that it's like not even a noticeable or elective dark age, because like the dark ages historically are the result of like a lack of infrastructure or resources for archiving things, not enough literacy, lost archives as a result of destabilization, something like that. But this is almost like an elective dark age.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't want to write this down.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to post it and it's ephemera and I don't want to worry about that right now.
But it's also like websites get updated. Like you can't buy a newspaper and then all the text changes. But like that happens on the New York Times website all the time. Like that, no one knows what's on the homepage.
And websites, you know, to add to this, the old internet was far more archivable because you had static web pages. Yeah. And now things are so dynamic that the Internet Archive may not even be able to display the information because of how the website was built. Like, for example, we had an era in like the early 2000s of Flash homepages.
Yeah.
You know, and then like Flash
Newgrounds.
becomes a huge security risk, and then browsers stop supporting it, and now you need like special software or special plugins in order to like view some of that stuff. And Google stopped indexing it many years ago. Yeah. And so there's just like tons of stuff like that where
I mean, kudos to Newgrounds specifically for like, I assume they burned a ton of cash and resources on making all of the stuff that was only on Flash on their site, like native to Newgrounds. You can still watch and play, I assume, most of it.
Yeah, I've gone into Newgrounds. I think I played some stuff and didn't have to do anything special.
There's it's a shame, especially video games. There's just no video game archiving, especially with no backwards compatibility. There's generations of like, you know, slop, but ultimately interesting PS2 games and PS1 games. But the PS2, it's the most games that have ever been on a platform is the PS2 behind the PC. And more than 90% of them can only be accessed either through emulation, which is constantly being pushed back on. PS3 is so hard to emulate, especially. And then the rest of
the
them,
cell processor or whatever the fuck.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, they did some weird shit.
If you want to play Metal Gear Solid 4, you have to like climb inside a mech and go into government facility.
I do think that like there have been the thing is a lot of this stuff is very active. Like I do believe there is a open source PS3 emulation project, but it is like it's actively getting better, and the people, you need a lot of people to care about this old stuff. And luckily there are a lot of people who are like really passionate about archival and
but what about like the PSP? Like, is that?
Yeah, it's well
interfacing is the hard part as well.
It's like it's like the PSP. It's like you've got to dump those little discs, and then they're like a weird form factor. Like a GameCube disc can go into a computer, but like you need special software or to be using
UMP
a PSP itself
or whatever
to dump it.
The PSP one was called, which came in a.
Sounds like an explosive device.
It's protected against, I don't know, me playing Reign of Fire, the video game adaptation.
Yeah.
There's an issue in the art world with digital art because a physical painting, you know, it's like there's conservation involved, you know, and with like touching up and that sort of thing. But digital art has to constantly be maintained and make sure that the files don't get corrupted and that sort of thing. And formats are no longer usable, and it becomes a serious problem because if you're a huge named artist, people will do that work for your work.
Right.
But if you're kind of a middle of the road artist or like a slightly unknown artist, like we're not really going to have a Van Gogh situation because the unknown digital artist isn't going to get discovered someday necessarily.
Right, because there's no discovery, and also it's a moving target for whether or not the like being able to consume the media is even available. It's like not as simple as looking at a picture, a painting.
And we all care from like almost like an academic point of view, like wow, we don't want to lose stuff. And at the same time, there's no like cavity of content. I'm overwhelmed with how many things I
Yeah.
can do right now, and by the time I'm finished obsessing with the latest release, I've forgotten which one I didn't get the chance to play, or like I've all of a sudden I don't even have a PS3 anymore. Like how would I? Oh shoot, rats.
Or there's like, I mean, this is a topic for a different day, but like the concept of like what you own when you buy something, and like how licenses.
They shut down the live servers on Destiny or something.
It's a live service game. Like we've gone through enough cycles where that has happened. You know, like if you play the old Pokemon games on DS, all of the online content obviously no longer works, but people have set up servers that had like reverse engineered and then like mirror like events and stuff so that you can experience them as they were. But that type of thing is only because it's one of the popular media franchises in the world. And
competing with
many
these
of
trading
the
cards.
stories of like lost media with regard to like games and old websites and things will end up being people looking through like hard drive dumps that were uploaded wholesale to the Internet Archive, and like finding, like, I can't remember which game it was or if it was a game, but I do believe it was a game. It was like a game that was thought lost, and then someone found it actually downloaded in a random dump of like a hard drive.
Oh yeah, like their parents' house or something.
Yeah. So it's like things like that, and or even something like RuneScape, the MMORPG that I play. There's a lot of history with how that game has evolved over time, and there is a site where you can like look at the RuneScape map through time and like have a slider of like how they changed different things. And the way that they got that information was essentially doing a community effort of like, do you have an old computer that played this game? Because you on your computer have cached files that you can now upload. And like that type of thing is a very ephemeral thing, because a cache is by definition a temporary, storage space.
And so is your old laptop. You
Exactly,
potentially that's in a dump, you know?
Yeah. There's also another like way to look at this, which feels less like we're losing everything, which is like, if you think about RuneScape or the online world as like a physical space that exists, that you exist in, like it would be weird to be like, oh, it's sad that like everything that exists in the physical space wasn't documented exactly how it was. And so that sometimes gives me hope of just like, okay, like it's actually okay for the internet to be gone, like to be more transient.
Because we're also producing much more, because we now have like democratized like user generated content. And so publishing is no longer gate kept. So you can, so we just have so much, it's like, I don't remember the metric of how many videos are uploaded to YouTube a second, but it's like a fuckload.
It used to be like maybe 10 years ago, they would say it was an hour every second. But I don't know what it's
I think now it's like, because YouTube's only become more, it's crazy, but it's like only become a larger platform. So it's just,
we have to account for how many unfunny Jimmy Fallon clips have to be uploaded every single hour by the hour.
That's what I was going to say is, I think the thing that might push it over the edge for YouTube having to delete older stuff, like, might just be AI slop, because the rate of production is just like,
it's essentially a denial of service attack. It's overloading because you can programmatically create new things, and it's no longer bound by, it's no longer a function bound by the amount of work that everyone on the human race can do. If we were all if every individual was given a camera and connection to YouTube to upload a video, that's like the upper bound for how often you can be uploading. And now you can have a server farm be uploading thousands of videos a second.
Yeah, you can't like do a boxing match in a truck.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, it's as soon as it's that, it's like, well, this is unfair.
I think that's, YouTube is starting to, and I mean, like, they're dipping their toe in addressing mass-produced content.
Yeah.
And in my video, I looked at the policy where they say it's like not going to be demonetized, and then I found like large, clearly AI channels that are still serving ads, And so, but I do think that over time, I can imagine that being like a bottleneck where, like, if something, I imagine a future where you have to mark if something is AI generated or else. I don't know what or else means, but you hope the best possible thing, but it's a giant company, so who knows? But then for things that are marked AI, I can't imagine those are allowed to live forever.
Sure.
That's my game theory, but I don't know.
I like in a way I like that AI slop is antagonistic to YouTube's business model because it kind of means we're on the same side.
It's souring them.
It's how I felt about content farms, and when I would talk to, obviously out of respect, I can't like specifically say who or what because it's like individuals not representative of their like department or whatever, but it seemed like it was a thing that they were aware of, like content farms. And I don't think that it was just people getting tired of like 5-minute crafts that caused that channel to not be successful anymore. I mean, it's still posting, so imagine the margins for like how good it was that it's still profitable to continue posting. But
I guess they have a big archive of presumably European people telling you how to make a glove.
The entire time I had a theory that it was algorithmically generated, like they produced like thousands of clips and then algorithmically stitched them together and then posted that on a cadence.
Why wouldn't you? That's
I believe that's what it is, and that was kind of like the proto AI slop era, basically.
Yeah. Has anyone taken 5 minutes crafts, all of their videos, and tried to like just bucket them into what the shoots were?
No, but
T-shirts and angles. And,
like, be like, this is the one shoot from this.
Anecdotally, I've seen them reuse clips in numbers of videos, so I did like start to notice because it was also, I mean, this is AI too now, where it's like we know this already, but the videos would be like 30 cleaning hacks, and then there wouldn't be 30. They wouldn't all be cleaning hacks.
One of them be about like going to the barber.
And so it's like, it's like, okay, these aren't even, if you're doing this algorithmically, these aren't even tagged like well enough.
Cleaning hack, how to keep your pillow cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I first saw this because I'm a fan of NBA, and Jalen.
I'll call Adam Silver.
Take it away.
Silver, take it away.
Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks did this trend where fellas, bros, are calling their friends and saying goodnight.
I imagine if it was just bros are calling their friends. Breaking news.
Guys communicating electively sober,
and it's not their wives, friends, husbands.
They like each other.
I love that. There's that SNL sketch with Bill Hader where it's like, what's that name? And it's like John, one of the John Mulaney hosts, where it's like, this is your wife's best friend. You've been to her wedding. What is her name? And it's like, Melissa. So this is the start of this trend, and we're going somewhere with this. So this is a couple months ago.
But this isn't the first time someone did this. I don't know if we know the origin, but there are earlier instances where a woman just tells her husband, hey, call your friend and say goodnight. Mm-hmm. And so that's that. But
so you're saying it's like an old wives' tale? Like some say that back in the day, women would sometimes tell their husbands to call their friends.
But this has gotten to the height where then NBA teams are doing it on their social media.
Right. Because once it's made it to the NBA.
It's in the Library of Alexandria.
Yeah.
Just want to say goodnight, my brother. That's it.
You want to say goodnight?
Yeah, I just want to say goodnight, that's all.
Can you come check me in?
Yeah, I got you.
Coverage not here right now. Give me a message. I'm trying to get back to you. All right.
He has a...
Real voicemail?
Goodbye. Quarantine town speaking.
That's how he answers his phone?
Hello?
Damn, he's not in the phone.
Yo,
He's not saved.
just calling to say goodnight, my brother, that's all.
Get off my phone, bro. No, I'm not doing this.
Nah, I just want to say goodnight, bro.
Good night, Cal.
Good night. See, thank you. Good night.
Oh, Josh Hart.
Josh Hart's a silly one.
He's a silly one. Let's see.
Yeah,
Yo.
just want to say goodnight, my dog.
All right, bro. Get off my phone.
You know what's funny about that? In some of the other ones I've seen, they're like at home. It is
Right.
He's like in a gym.
Yeah, that's like the thing about NBA players. They're like always working out.
Yeah.
Get a grip, guys.
Guys, calm
touch
down.
grass.
Just throw the ball and chill out.
So what if you just signed a $500 million contract?
Spend
Why
a
are
little
his
money on a
teammates not
PS5.
working out though?
Yeah, why are they in bed? They're
Yeah.
not. So okay,
They don't
so,
have the grind set.
so where?
He's showing off. You go to bed,
Yeah, good night, bro.
Yeah, I'm shooting in the gym.
It is funny that the thing that jumped out the most really was answering the phone with Jordan Adika speaking.
Yeah, it almost feels like a joke because
No, he saw that Jalen Brunson was calling. He had to have, right?
Yeah.
because who would answer their phone? Carl Anthony Towns speaking, unless you
Yeah.
were Carl Anthony Towns.
But even then, like,
I don't want to give away that information.
Yeah, a famous person identifying themselves as soon as they pick up the phone just feels like the wrong.
I am not famous.
Tom Cruise speaking.
Hello, wrong number.
Yeah, the thing about this trend is I know I would not react the way that any of these people have reacted.
Right.
How would you react?
If any of my friends called me and said, "Hey, good night, bro," I'm like, where are you right now? Like, I'm gonna
Is this
have to
code?
I have to come and see if you're okay, because like, I'm just like,
Yeah, goodbye forever.
yeah. I think if someone called and was like, "Oh, like I'm just about to go to sleep. I thought I'd call you. I just thought of you. Good night." I'd be like, "Okay, fine."
There is
I do
one
feel
like that.
I do feel like it's like a what are we up to right now? I feel like someone's up to no good.
It's either sentimental, like very genuine sentimental, and I think about like,
Yeah.
okay, well, what's been going on
Yeah.
lately? Is this in relation?
yeah.
Because sometimes we will just send a text
Yeah,
just saying,
well,
"Love you, man. Hope every
I'll do
not
that.
even hope everything's okay. Love you. See you soon."
Hey man, I heard the news. Yeah.
Hey, yikes.
Yeah.
But then, like, I think if somebody called me like that,
Yeah.
honestly, my first instinct would be like, a girlfriend's filming them or something. Like, this is for
Really,
TikTok.
my
This
first
is-
instinct is they're having a mental health crisis.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, because I've sometimes
that
been
would be if the tone is just like,
because we have some friends who are more callers
Yeah.
than texters.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I'll get a call, and then my instinct when I get a call is to go, "Oh, something's wrong."
Yeah.
And then it's like, "Oh, I'm just going on the walk. Figured I'd see what's up."
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh, friendship." Like I have to
Yeah.
like transition
with
my
that
brain.
friend specifically, I assume he's reaching out to like, let's get drinks tonight or something.
Right, right,
Because
right,
not text call, neither am I, and that is the
So
lock.
I am training my friends to pick up my calls unexpectedly. So I am that friend.
I see.
In training.
Do you do that where it's like a dog, you give him a treat, your friend, you go, "Dude, you just won a $20 gift card to Greg's."
Every time Taha calls me, I start salivating.
My salary when I hear my ringtone.
I've started being like texting people and be like, "Yo, you free? Just random? Are you free to call in like 10 minutes?" And then when I pick up, I go, "This was really fun. Like it was fun to just like randomly get a call, right?"
Yeah.
And they go, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, well, how do you feel about me just calling you randomly?" And they go, "Absolutely not."
Right, yeah.
And I slowly get them. Like I've got one person who was already on the train and was ready to call anyway. And I've got maybe
No service on the train.
yeah.
Unlucky.
I've got maybe like 6 people who were anti-random spontaneous phone calls to become random spontaneous phone call people who now they call me
Excitedly?
as well. Yeah.
Or, okay.
Oh, that's nice.
That's like a border collie. Like they're very easy to take action. Like,
They're ready to work.
I have 3 or 4 friends that we randomly call each other all the time.
Yeah.
And the weird thing, and it's just normal, so like, "Hey, what are you up to? I'm driving. Like, talk to me for a minute." Cool. But the weird thing is, as soon as we landed in London, I got a call from one of them, and I was like, "Oh, haha, I'm in London." And she goes, "I just got in a car accident."
It was crazy. Everyone's okay, but it was insane.
It was an insane car accident, and she was actually calling for comfort. And I'm like, I cannot talk to you right now. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
we're like about to go through customs.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
She's fine. Everything's okay. But
Insane.
One thing with the calling that I don't know what your political allegiance on Find My Friends is. But, but I think that
Interesting
calling people
question.
with Find My Friends is way easier, because a lot of the time what I'll do is I'll just be like, I never look at Find My Friends just to see where my friends are. I'm usually either out and I'm like, is there anyone around me? Or I'm about to call them and I'll just check if they're at home or in a usual location.
I had never really used location share truly at all until maybe 2 years ago. It just never even came into my mind. There is I have this weird relationship with it where it's almost like a unwritten rule that we have access to it.
Yeah.
In the same way that, like, if I'm getting drinks with some friends and I'm going to the bathroom, I will never imply that I'm taking a shit.
Right.
I will always try. I'll be like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
I have to go be indisposed.
I have to go as fast as possible. They cannot know. And it's like, I should have read Everybody Poops. It's not a big deal. But there's some part of my mind that can't be, no, that it's not the done thing.
Yeah.
That is how I feel about like Peeps. Peeps one of the few people that I have shared location with.
Okay.
And if I am like, I know where you're like, if you're at like, I don't know, your partner's house. I can't say any of these names ever. If you're at your partner's house, I could like go like, oh, I wonder like, okay, so that's them. I won't call them right now or something, right? But
you would never mention that you checked.
It would feel inappropriate, and I think I'm wrong. I think that's
no. I'm the same. I think that no one likes to feel surveilled, and so like, if you look at it for like to be considerate, like you could never tell them that you did that because then they feel like they were
I do
watched.
feel like it's I wonder how this will evolve generationally because there's a generation of people who have like a Life 360, I think it's called, right? Where their like parents are always. Is it called Life 360?
Life 360.
Yeah.
That is it's
Where it's like
a safety
essentially a
security.
surveillance app.
Okay.
But like. But sometimes
Damn,
like,
they privatized the NSA. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well,
This is
Facebook will
probably
buy them
bad.
soon. Yeah. That type of thing is like there's a generation of people who share that information with their friends, and it's like mega location. It's like extreme location sharing.
I had a group of friends. We had a meetup of like, we're all across the U.S. There were like 12 of us that met up in one city, and we all downloaded Live 360 for that trip, so we could like. We had several cars. We were trying to make sure everyone got there. But I deleted it immediately after the trip because one,
Uses
I don't want you to know where I am.
Yeah.
Two, if your phone hits below 20%, every single person will spam you with an alert that says charge your phone, charge your phone, charge your phone. It's the most
that's
annoying
funny.
thing in
What
the
is this, Twitch?
world.
That is
You have a lot more data than just like Find My Friends.
Yeah, because it is meant for. I have like a 13-year-old or whatever, and they're at school and they have their phone for safety or whatever, and I want to make sure that everything stays.
It's funny because my immediate instinct was like, all right, that's a little much. And then I think to myself, like, in what universe as a parent could I not do that?
Right.
On the principle,
because
maybe.
when I was a kid, that like wasn't an option.
Yeah.
And so you expect that to be the norm, but then nowadays, especially in America, like going to a school, it's like people are like, "Oh, my kid wouldn't have a cell phone." It's like, well, they better because they have access to all of the technology necessary for their safety. You know?
Yeah.
My experience in high school was that if your parents made you have Life 360 on your phone, you had strict parents.
That's how I think about it. Yeah, it's like
it's helicopter parenting.
It's the helicopter parent app. Yeah.
But also, that's the thing is like, hey, I know this is a little annoying, maybe a little invasive, but if you are thinking your child's life could be on the line, it's just going to be so hard to be like, well, I don't want to be invasive at risk of you dying.
Yeah.
It's got to be tricky. Is it here? Do we have it here?
I've never heard of it other than in like American TikToks.
I don't know why it wouldn't be, but my gut said it wouldn't be.
I have a feeling that Europe and the UK are much more strict, for better or for worse. Like, I think GDPR stuff is generally good, if not inconvenient. But then like the reset, like upload a photo so that you can look at NSFW content thing,
or go on Reddit or Spotify.
go on Reddit or
it's a
whatever.
whole thing.
You have to do it to go on Reddit.
Or Spotify, apparently. I've actually not come across any of these so
I haven't
far.
come across it myself either.
It's maybe a rollout gradually.
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah,
They're reading the room.
People are using like Norman Reedus from Death Stranding 2,
Yeah, I've seen
and
this.
like a Gary's mod because some of them make you open your mouth.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's jump back in. It says my dad calling my uncle to tell him goodnight, but he thinks my dad. Oh, that's
It's
you.
suicide. Hey, that's me.
That's you. But he thinks my dad is at risk of self-harm. Because he called him.
Wow, older guy. They might.
We don't talk about our feelings.
Yeah. So I'm an older guy.
You're an old soul.
What you got?
I'm just getting ready for bed, and I was calling to tell you good night.
Why you doing that, champ? That's kind of doesn't make any sense, champ. How have you been drinking, champ?
Just to say good night, man.
Huh? Champ, are you okay, champ?
Yeah, I was just getting ready for bed.
That's a good friend.
Calling to say good night.
No, I think that's the craziest thing you can do, champ.
Okay, if you called me like that,
Yeah.
I would first location check.
Tell
you I was.
He's like not a good, like he's not selling it. And I would also be, I'm concerned and I know what he's doing.
And they've known each other their entire life.
Yeah.
This is never.
It's like, it's operating outside of the behavior parameters that you're used to.
And then clarification questions are not being answered in ways that are like normal.
Right. And so then you assume, I think that it's understandable that someone would assume the word.
That's actually, very specifically, a couple of times I've had a handful of friends who have entered, have been lost in like a extended manic state. And the calls they make specifically, you can, in my experience, I could tell with them, because I'd known them decades, and I've seen this specifically, but maybe, I'm sure in many cases I wouldn't notice. But in this case, friends mostly in the UK, there's a time difference. I'm just waking up, which means they're up really late. They're calling me, and nothing jumps out immediately, because, hey, it's nice to check in, haven't spoken in a while. And then, like, some of the vernacular will be, like, strangely specific. It'll be about something that I wasn't witness to. I don't know what, it's like there's like an interiority to the conversation that I'm not in. And they say like, I'm really enjoying apples or something. And I go like, oh, what do you think of Origins? What do you think of Batman Origins? What do you think of oranges? And they go like, apples are here. And I'm not, I'm like, I'm lorem ipsum right now in this conversation. That is close.
Yeah.
Like, for someone close in your life to call you and hit you with that.
And he's going, what's going on? And he goes, I'm just saying goodnight.
Yeah, it's like, okay, what do you mean?
Okay. You are either about to do something or kill me. Are you asleep?
And by the way, are you home?
He looks so happy that his brother's concerned.
Yeah, he looks so happy.
Yeah. It's interesting just how differently someone might be conditioned to respond to anything that can be emotionally vulnerable or skewed emotionally.
I mean, it's interesting. It speaks volumes that you hear the name of this trend, or even
hey man, just wanted to say I love you. I love you unconditionally.
Now I'm just playing.
No,
Don't conditions.
I was serious.
I've got a genuine. It says a lot that the moment I even heard like the premise of these clips, I immediately understood why it was weird.
Yeah.
In a way that really shouldn't be the case. It should not be such a foreign idea.
But I'm also a bit like, do women do this? Like,
I would do it.
Anastasia tucks in each one of her friends good night.
I mean,
drive around town.
If I'm being honest, like I have a couple friends that I would do this with, not as a joke. Like, I'd be like, I'm headed to bed. Do you want to chat for a minute? Like, blah, blah, blah. Or, like my friend Carrie, I have been texting with her, just like being like, hey, I know you have a big day tomorrow. Just want to say good night and like good luck tomorrow, blah, blah, blah.
But would you call someone with the express purpose to just say good night and then hang up? Yeah,
that is inherently strange.
I've had people be like, oh, like, I'm just like doing some errands before I go to bed. Do you want to just chat while we do that?
Or even like
driving home.
Or you could even say, hey, I just wanted to say, like, I've been thinking about XYZ. I really appreciate whatever. And like, it feels like it's about a part of a personal journey. Yeah. But when it's just, hey, just wanted to say goodnight.
Yeah. Like, hey, man.
I think the only thing that it would be weird really in any case, but I think the thing that jumps out to me is that when it's mask gender performance coded, the thing that jumps to my mind that like sticks out is immediately like, what are you, a girl?
Yeah.
Like, what are you calling me on the phone?
And I do feel like the snickering kind of gives that vibe.
It's like, oh, do you love me, dude? Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Even though you might be very expressly like, I care about you. You are my brother in arms. I love you so much. And then you call them and say, hey, hope you have a good night.
Whoa.
Like, okay.
Using the phone?
Are you some kind of freak? Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. This was the thing I was actually wondering when I saw these. Is like, I understand why the bro thing is weird, because it's weird just because they're bros.
Yeah.
But I was also wondering whether or not anyone goes, hey, I'm just calling to say goodnight.
Maybe if you're a parent calling a child,
honeymoon phase with a partner,
partner.
yeah.
Or like,
I mean, not that you could do that not in the honeymoon phase, but I can it skews, especially in my life, I would say it skews more romantic.
Yeah, and that's probably why it makes it this trend more.
Bro, it just kind of like you're my boyfriend. I'm just curious, like, what was the calculus for creating this in the first place? Which of the things we're talking about was it like? Wouldn't that be weird for a guy to call a guy?
Yeah.
Or was it like, well, I'm a girl and I like doing this. What if a guy did it?
Yeah.
Or I always do this to my guy friends and they're weird about it. Like, what led someone to this idea?
Yeah, I would love to know.
I will say that the general sentiment of this was like the impetus for even starting this podcast.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Why does it feel weird to call a friend?
Yeah. Why does it? Yeah, or to be vulnerable with your boys.
Yeah. Well, I have a friend called Marco. Shout out Marco.
Dude, flex.
Who like if we see a beautiful sunset or the moon is big, we will always text each other.
I text
If the moon is big, Anastasia's got a fucking mailing list, dude.
If Anastasia sees any bird,
Yeah.
Like Anastasia and I will be like texting about work, and then she'll be like, "By the way, check the moon out." And I'm like, "Dude, I love the lens you view the world."
dude, you heard about this shit?
Well, sometimes it's funny because there was one time where I had my phone on the table and I got a text and it was just go outside. But I understood.
I get that from my haters.
Go outside. You want to step outside right
Look
now?
at this red dot.
All right, is this a new dad just dropped?
Is that the dad from Modern Family?
No.
Or am I a racist?
That one.
All right, then.
That is a dad from a Modern Family.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, this one's odd.
This is
Tell
the
my
Omega
dad to
variant.
call my sister's boyfriend to say goodnight.
Yeah.
How long have they been dating?
That's important information.
Have they met? Because if they haven't, this is
That's a especially bold
Well, I think
choice.
they
That's
have each
psychological
other's
warfare.
phone
Yeah.
numbers.
they have each other's phone numbers. That's true. They
So-
have each other's phone numbers.
Yes.
Okay.
Like you'll hear the casualness with which
Okay.
they talk.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. So the hang on one second. Are you busy at work?
Nah, it's
All right, hang on. All right. What are you doing?
This is the most business-like way to do this.
This is parent call.
Hello? What are you doing?
nothing at work.
Oh. What'd you do?
He doesn't even have to
God,
do
he
it.
doesn't even know how to ask how you're. Like that's funny. Like that's the
not
most
even there.
revealing part. The most revealing part is like asking, "How are you?" I can't.
It's like
How are you? Oh, dude, oh
He's
my
reading
gosh.
like a native, a different language phonetically, like Bon Jower.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
I
It
don't
is
know.
so. I'm so kooky. It's,
I love that he's like, hang on. Give me
I gotta collect myself. Yeah.
a second here. I got to put the pieces together.
How are you doing? Nah, no, dude. I'm gonna
He
need
even
a minute.
opened with, "What are you doing?" What are you up to? Like, what are you? He sounds like a cop. What are
Very
you doing?
accusatory.
Explain yourself.
It's kind of how I feel when someone goes, "Hey, are you free in like 15 minutes?" or like a "we need to talk" coded text.
Yeah.
When someone doesn't realize they're sending that, I'm like, "What's
Especially
happening?"
if it's like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we gotta talk now.
Dude, I gotta talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
you
is there
are-
any time? Are you free in the next week to talk at some point?
Yeah, now.
Yeah,
Whatever is going on. Yes.
I will. I'm leaving the birth of my firstborn. We need to chat.
I think like John's pissed.
Yeah.
Just gotta.
I've had that once before when they wrote, "Oh, are you free to talk?" But they meant, "Are you free to hang out?" And for the, I like came to this hangout like super because I'm like, "Are you in the next week? Are you free at any point to hang out?" But they said talk, so I show up like, and they're like, "Yeah, man, should we go get like lunch?"
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Oh,
I think like.
and there's not an issue. There's not a problem.
And then I was like, "You sent me." I thought there was a problem, and they were like, "What do you mean?" And I had to like pull out my
Right.
phone and read it to them.
Yeah. I wonder how many instances I've typed the wrong thing and no one confronted me about it. Like, I bet there's a text somewhere in the past that's like, I meant to say, "I like this shirt," and I said, like, "I like this shit," or something.
Or to someone, the putting a period at the end of the text
Yeah.
meant more
And
a
then
like,
someone
not a
like,
heart.
there's someone who stopped talking to me because I accidentally used the wrong punctuation.
What are you laughing at?
No, it was just Ellie is like all over me. What'd you do today?
What? Okay.
So Ellie might be a younger child.
Or his wife.
Yeah, but Ellie is all over me. Is
Because
a
what
crazy
I
thing to say.
no, exactly. So what I thought,
Nagging me.
and I could
or a
be
dog.
wrong, could be, and that's a weird lie. So what I assumed was he's being put up to this because the person who posted this wanted to post the trend.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that is probably why this person is posting, I made my dad call my sister's boyfriend. Like, why not call your own boyfriend? Maybe they're single right now and they need to get this TikTok off for the content. You know?
Do you think that Ellie's all over me is like the dam broke on the insecurity, and he's like, I'm not gay. I'm a real man. I'm not calling you for no reason.
Because what I initially read that was Ellie's all over me to do this thing for TikTok.
Oh, I was like, that's why he's hesitating and stuttering and like.
Right. No, that also makes sense. But
yeah.
Is it an imaginary dog? Is the dog in the room with us right now?
I really want to know how this transpires.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh my god.
nah, it's called a.
Oh my god.
What'd you say?
Hang on.
I'm not even sure what he's trying to get to.
I don't know either.
You kind of did it.
This is like when you try and tell a story, but you're laughing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about the people you're telling it to don't know. It makes no sense.
It's just very funny to me that what he's trying to get out is something along the lines of, how are you doing?
He's getting stun locked on hello.
Like the mere concept of saying hello to a man.
No, I just called to say goodnight.
He literally cannot do it.
I feel bad for the boyfriend because he's just being laughed at.
No,
He doesn't even know
he's
why.
muting. He's muting.
Oh,
it.
he's muting.
But which is even more concerning.
Yeah, because it just sounds like he's breaking up. And
Yeah.
the second you hear like him hyperventilating or something.
If it is a dog, I probably think he's being mauled.
No, I was just no. I fixed the faucet today.
Oh, did you? I couldn't figure it out.
Hell yeah, man.
No, I did it, but
It works.
yeah. So, sweet dreams.
Oh my god.
He just hung up.
He's
Guy
oh my
trying
God.
to hey, how are you doing?
I fixed the faucet.
Yeah, I put up a shelf.
Anyway, sweet dreams.
Imagine if
and then you just see a red dot.
Yeah, that's it. Roll credit.
I like call Katie's sister or something, and I just go like, I painted a wall today.
It feels like prank calling when you call like someone you don't know. Yeah. Like, is your refrigerator running? Ask question.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Goodbye.
Better go catch it. I had like a large foot pizza.
Oh, okay.
This is Domino's, right?
Yep. Hey, how's it going?
Have a good night. Okay. Peeps, what was that last one? You had one?
Yeah, I sent it to Jacob. It's another one of this one's actually having my dad call my boyfriend.
Ooh.
Not mine.
Oh, I was like,
Sorry.
That's crazy. I
That's
didn't
what
even know.
they're having their dad call their boyfriend.
got it.
Who you're dating?
Who I'm yes.
Okay,
No, wait.
Turn the volume up.
Hello, Terry.
Well, hi, Camden. What's up?
Not much. Just watching my show. What's up?
What show are you watching?
Shameless.
What'd you do today?
This guy's better at it.
Went to
He's a
work.
human.
Did a lot of oil changes. That's about it.
This is what Santa Claus does in the office.
He's such a prankster.
What'd you do?
It's because of the white beard
And the whimsy.
and the whimsy.
Because like
Look at that beard.
he's like he died.
His body's gonna like
He kept it together for like a solid 15 seconds.
And the catalyst for laughing was him saying, "What are you watching?" And then the guy answering the question.
Is he still on the phone?
Yeah, the boyfriend
Patient
never hangs
boyfriend.
up. And
my
the
God.
dad is passed out. And then
Wait, I need to keep.
Is that his laugh?
No.
I told you I was gonna pass out. Okay.
He knows that about himself.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
I swear to God, if I ask him how he's doing, I will pass out.
To tell you good
I'm
night.
so allergic. I'm
His
just
face is
fundamentally
beet
allergic to
red.
vulnerability that my body will start shutting down. One
like-
organ at a time, hives on my back.
It's funny, but it's low-key sad.
It's like
how it's like
crazy.
so. It's like being so unable to engage. Like vulnerability has an AT field over it. You like can't penetrate.
You know, the other thing about it though is like he's also like doing a bad job of having an interesting conversation. Like it's like he like because you say like, oh, what are you watching? And then he answers, and then he's like, and what did you do today? Like there's no engagement of what was said.
Dude, this is such a nephew conversation. So it's really like, hey, what are you up to? I have my red truck. You're like, do you
This
like
is-
it? I like my blue one too.
So this is something that unfortunately is very common in bad improv. And I do think that what is happening right now is you are asking these people to act.
You're asking them to riff
You're
one
asking them to
sided
riff,
conversation.
and it is not their core competency.
Hey, welcome to the doctor's office.
And I have a gun.
Okay, dying laughing, passing out.
Yeah. Well, that was fun.
Incredible.
Dude, I like him.
Hey.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe not all of his opinions are good. Not to profile.
Isn't that the worst? You're like not allowed to enjoy anything because it's
milkshake
like,
dog.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
unless it's milkshake dog.
Yeah. I stand by everything he says actually.
Yeah, well,
You've watched his other stuff.
No, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
He calls you every night. You're on big telephone.
Hey, I put up a shelf.
Dude, that,
He's asked me what I've been watching many times.
what's to say?
He's an American.
So we are going to wrap this up for today. But if you want us to say goodnight to you, which is the thing we do every week, we have a Patreon podcast called Sad Boys Nights, which is basically this, except for the cameras keep on rolling.
The rules, no rules,
No,
just right.
no rules. We're gonna prank call all of our friends and tell them that we enjoy their company.
I'm gonna call him up, tell him I'm gonna kill him.
and then say, "Just kidding. What are you watching?"
No, I'm gonna tell him I'm
I
gonna kill
will
him.
not
And then-
materially engage in what they say.
No,
That's my next
try
question.
and
I will
kill them.
talk entirely past them. Yes. Taha, thank you so much for joining us. It's good to
Anytime.
finally make good on our plans that we made 20 years ago.
Yeah, do you want to call him on a show I haven't started yet? But it's kind of second version of it.
I think Sad Boys. No, Sad Boys' first episode was in September of 2017.
Well, I remember you inviting me on Sad Boys all those years ago.
Wow.
And as a young scrappy networker, I put it on a list of like things to do when I go to America
Nice.
is go on Sad Boys.
And that's not
And
what
like
happened.
see
We came
the
here to you.
Statue of Liberty, eat a hamburger. I don't know, like
Call
you
a
have
friend.
all of that stuff here. Now you have Sad Boys here as well.
Hey.
Go to McDonald's. Ooh. But then you didn't come to America and do the show. We bloody took care of it, didn't we?
Yeah.
We
Well,
like
as was the
French
original
say.
plan.
As was the original plan,
Yeah.
apparently.
And thanks for doing it.
Is there anything you want to promote? Answer in progress? Anything
Yeah,
you're working
if you're
on?
interested in asking questions that are very innocuous and then discovering there's a whole world of interesting information behind that, you can
Very
watch.
well researched. Essentially, like the iceberg below the question type videos.
We're like I think we're like if you're like someone who likes commentary stuff, we're probably the and not to profile all of your audience.
Go ahead.
It's like if you watch like a lot of the commentary stuff that's like more entertainment, this might be like the smartest thing you watch. And then if you watch,
All right,
if you
take
watch,
it back.
if you
This
watch,
is not okay.
by smartest I mean educational. You know what I mean?
No, I got you.
But then if you watch like educational stuff, we're definitely the dumbest thing you watch.
see.
And it's like that's the bit that we sit in.
this is the educational stuff I look at.
I mean, hey,
whoa, dude! I pulled out the Pakistan card.
Dude, Pakistan drop.
I feel like I pulled a muscle in my leg.
oh, Iran. Oh, have they found
have
a
to-
new way to say Iran? Do you guys? Is that like a thing that you guys say?
Iran.
There is so because I think of George Bush.
Like, how do you say the country?
Well, I say Iran,
Okay,
and I don't even know if that's right. But
I think that's right.
But George Bush said Iraq, Iran,
Yeah,
and
iPod.
and iPod.
Those are the three.
Well, that was Steve Jobs' trifecta.
That gives me an idea.
And And I feel like because he was president and he was constantly saying that stuff, and also we were going to war. Everything he said was wrong and repeated by everyone.
He also said strategery. So
he also said nuclear.
Hang on, nuclear.
So nuclear being the word, but he would be like nuclear.
Okay.
Nuclear.
I'm trying to get nuclear, the N-word. And that was That was Trump's thing.
No, Trump said, there's 2 N-words. I need to warm up into my Trump. I can't just start like cold.
And my favorite B. I just wanted to give you noise, light, and litter discipline in the military.
Oh, that's a new one.
Oh, wow. Noise, light, and litter discipline. Don't litter.
Well, anyway, Taha, we end every... Don't litter, I think, is a great sentiment to end on. Taha, we end every episode of Sad Boys with a particular phrase. We love you.
And I'm sorry.
Bang.
Boom.
Bang.
Gucci girl, how you doing? How you moving, girl? Moving, girl. How's your day looking? That future girl, yeah, we on now. Take my money, go away, all you want it. Get you rich from me.